Okay. I'm gonna try to make a quick video about this. I've made videos in regard of how they want me to be thinking in these ways that just truly push to retardation. I'm not the first one to say that. I think others have said something where they're forced to think in these retardation ways of thinking, and they use these childlike individuals. I just heard this person opening the door and slamming the door to try to create a sense of like it just makes so much sense that these things that we do to you is natural because of that. Let me explain to you how they want me to think. Now, at this point, I've made it clear that there are certain tactics they've been doing that is so systematic that almost all target individuals have said the same thing. They do this pedophilia type of torture, right? They've done these things to so many others. You know yourself, so you know who you are, and of course, you're not gonna subscribe to something you know is not naturally happening because you've been yourself long enough to know who you are, long enough to know that these things that you're experiencing is not natural. And on top of that, you get the validation that others are saying the same things that you have said before. Then you hear this trash who are contracted to gaslight you into this level of insanity. And they like to tell themselves how they are war because they have to dumb themselves down very badly. They truly have to then make themselves truly almost damn near spectrum like individuals. This is the things they try to bring up to make me accept these manipulations they make me experience today, which are pedophilia centric. I'm a target individual at TI. And so as a target individual, they are implementing this very sophisticated technology in my brain that forces you to experience things that you will never experience naturally. They can make you have thoughts and stimulations that are so degrading and tormenting, which they want you to accept that this is naturally happening. With me, not only that, it's like, no, we just mapped it to how you felt when you were a kid, and we're just bringing that up. And all along, we were like mining you to figure out that, you know, your brain could experience these things, but we kind of brought these dormant things in these ways, and in my brain they just like have this illogical rationality that I'm forced to experience because of this synthetic telepathy that can just like truly like make you think in these nonsensical things that is so manipulative. But at this point my brain is so illogical. But how they try to make you subscribe to this? They try to bring any random thoughts that is they think that it's gonna humiliate you or embarrass you. I'm like, I remember, I think my brother, he had a, you know, his breath, right? His breath was like, you know, he didn't have any smell or anything. He reminded me of like somebody else's breath who was white, right? And as you can see, I'm black, and so, and my thought was like, you have that white breath or something like that, or something like that. And they try to make me think, and I think my sister said something to him like that. Now, I know my sisters and are involved in this program, and they try to make me feel uncomfortable. Where, like you know, like you think white people's breath is better. And I was like, oh my gosh, hell no. Everybody's breath can be kicking, big time, right? But I think because I grew up in a place where, you know, we I was raised in a third world country, and the Westerners were coming, and they, because they have more hygienic, you know, there was like maybe like some kind of correlation there. But please understand, I know, bad breath, it comes in all different races, right? And good breath is everywhere too. But you know what, my brother's breath smelled like somebody, and this white person that kind of like was the typical breath that we, you know, back when I was like in this third world country. But trust me, there's a lot of I understand better. But they try to bring these things like, you see, we knew that this is something you said. Matter of fact, your sister knew because my family is involved, and she says something in that nature to my brother, which I don't know if it's something that this is like, oh, because I had a thought like that, they say that thing, or she thought she said that thing, right? But then they like, you see, all along we knew, It's like, yes, you knew that you're going to manipulate me in these disturbing ways of thinking. Initially, they do these things where they try to capture your brain signature, right? That's why they do these things to kind of break you down emotionally. Before I guess 2019, there was a lot of things happening around me that kind of stressed me out to the point where it was just I was close to like losing it. And then on August 19, 2019, this synthetic therapy started. What they tried to do is like while they were capturing my signature, my brain signature, they realized that this and that, and it was like, no, they do these things. First of all, they slander you in these pedophilia ways, and then they are renowned to force you to get this pedophilia type of torture. Like they're renowned to do this pedophilia type of torture, which forces you to get reaction and stimulation toward children. It is very systematic, and then you know that you're no longer yourself after that day when they start doing these things. Because now I can't even look at a child without getting disturbing stimulations. I hear a child yelling or whatever, I get stimulations. I look at a picture of a child, they do these disturbing things. And so they obviously knew that they're going to implement these pedophilia things. And now it's funny, when the day started, when this pedophilia thing started, my family started like showing me pictures of kids, and now I'll get disturbing things like reaction. I'm like, oh. Now they know that this was going to be implemented. And of course, yourself. It's like, I know that you guys are renowned, and I think now it's kind of embarrassing for them because it's the validation that I have. That they do the pedophilia type of torture, validation that you can even comprehend, because you heard people literally saying, trying to change who I am, forcing me to have these pedophilia thoughts, forcing me to get these stimulations and sensations, and they aim that toward children. Forcing me to have dreams in these disgusting stimulations and sensations. So you know that regardless of what stupid things you ever thought, because I had many stupid thoughts in my life. Let me just be like, of course I had random stupid thoughts. But they then try to use these random stupid thoughts or something like that to try to make you acceptive of these pedophilia things they do. And you have retards like them that try to make noise campaign to make you feel like subscriptive of this. And then for me, you can hear that like they like these race things because they think that that's gonna make me feel complex about me. Please understand this. I love my race. I do not feel or find myself lower than anybody's race. I can never look at a white man and think because he's white he's better than me. I can never look at a white woman because she's white, she's better than me. I can never look like this. These things will never happen. I know who I am. And they try to really find ways to, and it's funny, they do that to a lot of people where they try to find ways to kind of humiliate people. And of course, they know you. And they try to bring up, oh, but remember you thought this thing about this, and they're like, you see, you're racist. I was like, no. And with me, they try to be like reverse racism, where I'm racist against my own race. I'm like, please, you can never make me feel guilty about me. I love my people. I love being black. I love everything about being black. Now, I understand this has nothing to do with that. And they try to bring up moments where like I felt uncomfortable because I was like, it'll never happen. And yes, this pedophilia things is the things that you do to me. It's the nasty things that I'm forced to experience because this is the tactics they use to break people down, to push into suicide. But have I had stupid thoughts of random? Of course I have, like everybody else. But I know who I am, and this nastiness will never be subscribed to. Even if you bring any random thing and thoughts you try to make me feel embarrassed about, please. Delusional trash. And then you have these losers who are supposed to be like, you see, because you had this, this, they knew about these thoughts, then that means the perfume. Target individuals. Find yourself lucky that you in your lifetime did not have to humiliate yourself in these freaking retardations. I'm telling you, Then they try to do whatever they can. It's like, oh, they're gonna knock you out for it. They try to disorient you, try to bring up whatever they can to change what just happened about these retardations. These are people who, first of all, are in a program that are torturing children. This is a program that have pushed men and to cause mass shootings. They're in a program that torture women in these disturbing sexual ways. And they are also in a program that is renowned to be forcing people to think in the most disturbing pedophilia, the most disturbing ways, which include pedophilia, ways of thinking in regard of like reaction and dreams. Literally. And then try to be like, no, first of all, and they make you think in this retarded ways, then try to disorient you. No, they're going to knock you for what you did when you were a kid. They are here torturing children in this disturbing, torturing children in every way, sexually and other ways. Oh, no, you don't get knocked out for what you did to this woman. What? You know the amount of horrible things they've done to women? And then now they're going to knock you out for the way you're thinking. You do the nasty pedophilia type of torture. This is how you're forcing me to think and try to make me subscriptive to these things. I know who you work for. I understand what this program is about, and I'll never identify to this nasty manipulation, because you know your job is to make me accept these manipulations as if it's me, knowing damn well that your job is to implant these nasty things and make me accept these things. I know you are contracted here at war because of these entities who actually have a lot of pedophiles in this agency, to do these things, to see the result of your manipulations onto me. I am one of many subjects that my brain is used to improve and develop a technology that is extremely sophisticated, and your job is to do what you're supposed to do, to break me down, gaslight me into accepting these nasty things. That's your job. You sold your soul to pedophiles. You're going to be reimbursed properly, but in the meantime, you're God until you're not.